let's warm up. Just have your feet together for a moment. Head floating up, the weight sinking down. Just take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, allow the body to relax downwards, melting towards the floor. Breathing quietly and naturally. Tip of the tongue on the roof of the mouth, just behind the teeth. Just gently pull up the pelvic floor. And then stretch the shoulder width. Hold the tension you up. And turning the head from side to side, keeping the chin level. Nice and slow movements. Working within your own range of motion. Head back to center. Tucking the chin in, opening the back of the neck. Lifting the head, stretching the neck up, then stretch the chin up. Lowering. Tuck the chin in. Stretch the chin down to the floor this time. See that opening across the shoulders. And then lift. Stretching the neck, then the chin up. Lowering. Chin in. Stretch to the floor. Lifting. And looking straight ahead. With the neck stretching upwards, ear to shoulder. Keeping the shoulders level. Feel the stretch. Hold it there for a few moments. Allowing the shoulders to sink downwards. Change. And allow the shoulders to be relaxed. The weight of the head tipping it over. And back. Ear to shoulder, other side. Holding it there. Softening that stretched neck muscle. Allow it to soften. Then very slowly rotate the head and look down to the floor. Changes the strength of the muscle. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, allow that muscle to soften in that position. Very slowly bring the head back to center. Then stretch the neck, ear to shoulder. Allow the muscle to soften, shoulders relaxing downwards. Then very slowly rotate the head down to the floor. Notice the change in the muscle stretch. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, allow that muscle to soften. Very slowly back to center. And bring the shoulders forwards. And back. Remember, all this upper body work can be done seated in a chair if you're doing the seated version. And relax. Push the hands out to the sides.
健身气功五禽戏，
And then
两脚开立，
just compose
两
that
臂
music.
自然下垂，目视前方。
And alternate fingers pointing up and then pushing out with the wrists. Fingers pointing up, lifting that middle finger, pushing out with the heels of the hands. Lowering, fingers downwards, pushing out with the wrists. And then lower the hands. And now we're going to rotate the hips. For those of you who are doing the seated version, sit down, you would turn the waist instead. So you get a movement of the waist instead. If you're standing, if you're able to stand, even if you hold on to something and do gentle hip rotations. Other direction. Good. Okay. So you're going to bring your hands up, just gathering energy, bring it into the body, and then bend. So we get our energy flowing. So palms up, breathing in, and breathing out. Not lifting the hands any higher than the shoulders. Breathing in, and bring that energy into the middle of the chest, and breathe out, palms downwards. So deep breath in.
Very good.
And out. Breathing in. And out. And relax. I'm going to rotate the ankle now. So toe on the floor, rotate. And you can do this seated as well. Or you might prefer to lift the foot and rotate if you're sitting. And then other direction. Other foot. So again, you can lift and rotate, particularly if you're sitting. Other direction. Or it's fine to have one foot on the floor if you're standing. So either way, you can choose. Good, a little shake. Okay, so I'm just going to get you to turn your left foot out slightly and stepping forward in a narrow bow stance. So your weight's on the front leg. Okay, I want you to angle the body. So you're 45 degrees. And then take the weight onto the back leg and straighten front to screen. Going forward, angling the body, just 45 degrees, don't over rotate. And then sitting back. Forwards and back. Forwards and back. Forwards and back. Lift up the toes and step in. Turning the foot out, stepping forwards. Not too wide a stance, it's not Tai Chi, just a narrow bow stance, a little narrow gap. Forwards and then angle the body. And sitting back, so you're pulling the hip and shoulder back. And forwards, pulling back, forwards, back, forwards, and back. Forwards, back, lifting the toes, stepping back. Seated first when you're just adjusting your shoulders. Should have mentioned that first really, but hey. Okay, so We're going to run through what we've done so far in the last few weeks, just to revise the first set of movements. I'm going to do a seated version first. You're welcome to do a seated version with me, or just the upper body movements, and then I'll add in legs. If you know the leg movements already and you want to do the standing version, that's absolutely fine. So I'll leave it to you. So I won't put the music on. I'll put the music on low so we can join in with that. Wrong thing, hang on. Oh, it's vanished. All right, so like I said, I'm gonna start with the seated version. So feet together, everyone feet together. And the arms are by your sides. So just take a moment. If you're standing, you'll be stepping your left foot to shoulder width first. And begin. Seated version is a half step with each foot. Then raising the crown, shoulders, subtle movement. Start the energy, lifting the arms to shoulder width. Then bringing them in, tipping the head down slightly. Looking over the tops of the fingers. Nice and relaxed. Body settling. Breathing smooth and even. Elbows floating up. Taking the hands forwards. Eye to the side. Middle finger lifts. And press out with the heels of the hands. Grab the floor with your toes, everyone, and widen the eyes. Suck the elbows and shoulders. Bring the hands, arms forwards and in. Turning the hands, stretch the thumbs. And as you push up, raise the heels. Make fists. Separate the hands to about 45 degrees each side and lower the heels as you open the fingers. And then going to your left first, rotating, left hand on the back, right hand over the left. Left hand over the, or right hand over the left hip, comes right first time. Turn the waist. Make sure you're not twisting those knees, those of you doing the upright. Gaze at the palm. Arm lowers, other arm up. Turning to the right this time. Right hand on the back, on the movement. Turn the waist. Hand over hip. Turn the waist. Lift that left hand up. Above the shoulder. And turning a little bit to your right. Extend the right hand forward and you'll be stepping back with your left leg doing the upright. Make fists and then pulling in and add a little waist twist. Looking at your fist. Arms extend, opening arms. Pull in. Pull the abdomen in, turn the shoulders. Twist the waist. Release. Remember the back arm is bending up behind the back. One more in. Release. Bring hands to the front. and lower. If you're standing, you're stepping back now with your right leg, left arm's extended. Rolling the fingers to make fists, and then pull in way onto the back leg and turning, twisting the waist. Release, extending out, body 45 degrees at ankles, pulling in, so hips and shoulders together, and then twist a little more on the waist, extending out, pulling in, out, opening the hands, and we're going to pause there for a moment. Okay, so feet shoulder width if you're still with me. So we just finished the movement before. The arms come forwards and they drift in, shoulders. Okay. And then remember, you imagine you're squeezing a ball between the shoulder blades. Legs are straight but not locked if you're standing. Release. There's no leg movement on this one. The hands moving forward, stretch the fingers, eyes wide, shoulders pulling back and in. Release, soften the wrists. Allow the hands to drift back in. So stretching the shoulders apart and squeezing the shoulder blades. Make sure your palms are still facing. Release. Imagine you're pushing a window open and push a mountain, eyes wide, and grab the floor with your toes, everyone. Release, soften the wrists. Arms floating in. Shoulders back. Release. Forward, pushing a mountain. Eyes wide, grab the floor with your toes, pressing the feet into the floor. Release, soften the wrists, and back in. And release. Good, excellent. So, what we're going to do now is do that again, but this time we're going to I'm going to do the standing version of it. So for people who do it seated, you can follow along and do the seated version. I've just run through with you. So I'm just going to pop the music back to hopefully the start of that track. No, it's not. Can you hear the music okay?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, so together. Stepping. Doing the crown. Gentle rotation of the shoulders to start the chi moving to the fingers. And presenting the pestle one, prayer position. Allow the arms to float up into presenting the pestle 2. Stretch the energy. Middle finger lifts, grab the floor with the toes, eyes wide, and push. Release. Bringing those hands forwards and arms bending. Stretch the thumbs, pushing up. Raise the heels. Make fists. Separate. Lower the ears as you open the hands. Turning to your left. Bend the knees. Left hand over the right hand over the hip. Turn the waist. Hold the hand. Gaze at the palm. Lowering. Lifting the other arm up. Bend. Rotate. And turn to the right. Left hand over the right hip. Use the waist to turn you. Take the hand up above the shoulder. Turning to the right. Turn the right heel in. Step back with the left leg. Taking the right arm forward. Both arms, palms up. Start with the little finger. Roll the hands in for fists. Sitting back. So transfer the weight. Pull the hip back and look at the fist. Release. So both arms bend together. Extend. Pull. Sitting back. The abdomen a little bit back. Twist the waist. Release. Pull in. Arm up the back, not touching. The arms don't touch the body. Release. Remember, you're rotating that forearm as you bring the hands in. Straightening the front foot, stepping to shoulder width. Bring the arms to the front, lower and straighten. Turn the left heel in, step back with the right leg, palms up, right arm in front. Make the fists. Again, sit back, bend the one arm behind, the front arm follows in. Release, extend. To remember, it's the forearm, the left forearm rotating, the arm behind bending up. Looking at the fist. Release, and pull back. Release. Straightening, front foot, bring the feet to shoulder width, arms come to the front as the legs straighten and hands in. Like a white crane spreading its wings and displaying talons. Pushing forward, push a window, push a mountain, eyes wide, grab the floor with your toes, release. Coming back in. Squeeze that imaginary ball between the shoulder blades. Release. Pushing, eyes widening, shoulders back. Release. Drifting back in. Again. Eyes wide. And drifting back in. Good. And release. Excellent. So I'm just going to pause the recording. All right, great. So just going to revise that last movement. Again, the seated version is the same because there's no lower body movement. So just going to go through the breathing that you've asked me about. So we do it together. So bringing the hands up, the starting position. Knees are soft, although the legs are straight, they're not locked. So you would breathe in here as you open the shoulders. Relax. Breathing out. Release. Breathing in. Really opening the chest. Soften. And breathe out. Relax. Deep breath. Start breathing in. And breathe out. Let's do one more. Breathing in. And out. Relax. Breathing in. Okay, so from this position, you're going to roll the hands into a ball. This is mirror image. Okay, so just from here, going to roll into the ball. So you're on the right. But we're going to do that each side. In the routine, you only do it to one side. But we're going to do it to each side, just as a little warm-up. And again, you're turning the waist, not twisting the knees. Be exactly the same in the chair. Exactly the same. You'll just be going to each side, turning the waist. So you should feel the waist muscles. And back. Okay, just going to stand. Okay, so go to your right. Left hand will be on top. And back to center. Go to the left. And back. Go to the right. Then extend the arms out. And then sweep around. And just pass over your head. And back to the starting position. This is just a warm-up exercise. We'll go to the left this time. Extend the arms so you're at an angle. And then the arms will come around. So one goes high, one goes low. And then fold the arms and back. Back to the beginning. Going to your right. Extending the arms. Then sweeping around. So you do need to turn the waist. And just over the top of the head if you can. And back to starting position. Going to the left this time. Extend the arms. Sweep around. Over the top of the head if you can. Other arms just by the back. This folds in for now. Okay. And coming back. Seated version. Make sure you're sitting about the sideways. Make sure you're sitting forward of the chair because you need to be able to extend the arms and around and bring it behind you. So try and sit forward on the chair as much as you can if you're doing the seated version. Okay, so back to here. Do a couple more. So going to your right, extend the arms, sweep around, over the top of the head, one arm up behind, and relax. Once more to the other side, around, one arm high, one arm low, and release. Okay, so this movement is called 9 Ghosts Drawing Swords. So we're going to talk about the next part of the movement. I'm going to do it standing and get you to watch me for a moment. Okay, so you just come back in. The hands will go to your right. I'm mirror imaging. You extend them out. So there's a waist twist, a little bit of hip movements here is fine. Around, one hand going high, one low. So the hand behind goes onto the kneeling point. So on the waist, in the center, with the palm facing out, connecting that leg on point again. The other hand comes over the top of the head if you can, more about that in a minute, and onto the ear, okay? And onto the ear, so that your hand is supporting the back of the head, just on the jade pillow. So the jade pillow is that bit just underneath the skull, the soft bit. So your hand will support that. You are supposed to be watching. I see some people having a go. Some of you might not be able to do this move if you've got shoulder restrictions or impingements, in which case what you can do instead is just fold the arm in and support the back of the neck. So if you're able to, if you can't bring the hand all the way over the top of the head and then rest it, you can just bring the arm across and then simply fold it onto the neck instead, okay? But if you're able to, all the way over the top of the head. A common mistake is that people stop with their hand on top of the arm, on top of the head. No, no, no. You want to bring that arm all the way over. Okay? That's part one. So let's do a little bit of practicing just doing that. So we'll go from the ball position. Go to your right, little turn. Extend the arms. And then coming around, right arm's going higher, over the top of the head. Position the back hand on the Mingmen and the other hand on the ear. And at this point, you would be looking to the corner. Okay? And just release. I'll show you the next part in a moment. I just want to do one to the other side. So again, go to your left this time. Extend the arms. Left arm comes up higher, other arm lowers. That's lovely. Back hand on the Mingmen, other hand on the top of the head, over the top of the head onto the ear. Okay? And release. Okay. So we're going to add in a little head turn. Let me just quickly show you. So once you've extended and come around, the hand goes on the ear. So just watch me. And then you turn the head to look to the elbow. And as you turn, if I stand sideways, as you turn the head, the hand moves so that it's just holding the back of the ear. So you're pressing on the back of the ear. Again, if you've got shoulder restrictions and you can't reach the ear, don't worry, just support the back of the neck. But ideally, you want to touch the ear because you've got lots of acupressure points. So let me just show you the other part of the movement. We're going to do level one. So there's a few different levels. So you would turn and look to the elbow. And I'm going to get you to bend. And then you fold in the arm. You're looking down towards the hip. And you slide the back arm up the back. So that's up the back. Yeah, and then you'll open up, look to the elbow, then bend. You just do a little bend. This is level one, and look down to the hip. It's like your elbow is going towards the knee and up. So we're just starting with a little bend. It gets a lot deeper. But I want you to join in and have a go first. All right. So bit of shoulder width, and you bring the arms up. You just finished the previous movement. So going to your right. So knees can bend a little. Allow the hips to turn a little bit. Extend the arms and around. As if you're drawing a sword. Over the top of the head onto the ear. Rest the left hand on the Mingmen. Turn now and look to the elbow, and your body is straight to the front. And then bend the knees, start to take the elbow down towards the knee. Left hand slides up your back, this way you can get it. And you're closing the elbow in to the other ear. Then opening up. So you're unwinding the waist, opening, stretching. So you're opening across the chest and looking to the elbow. So good stretch of the eyes here as well. And then bending, push the ankles away from each other, stabilize the knees. So it's the waist that turns. Slide the back hand down, elbow towards the knee. Opening up, looking straight ahead. Then you're going to take the arm away, bring the arms to shoulder height. The next one goes from this position. And again, you're going to draw the sword. So your left hand's coming across the front. Yeah, that's right. Right hand's going on the back. Left hand over the top of the head onto the ear. Turn the head and look up to the left elbow. Bend the knees. Start to rotate to the right. Allow the hand to slide up the back. Elbow folding in, going towards the knee. That's your left knee. Oh, your right knee, sorry. Opening up. Looking to the elbow with the eyes. Opening the chest. Folding in. So closing in, rotating. Slide the hand up the back if you can. Looking to elbow to knee. Straightening up. Opening up. One more bend. Slide the hand up the back. Elbow to knee. And release. And lowering. One thing I will say is be really careful that you're not pulling your head over and putting strain on the neck. The arm is on the ear just to stimulate the acupoint. There's a lot of acupoints around the ear, so you're stimulating them, but you mustn't pull the head over. The movement is done by turning the waist, So have a little pause for a moment. I'm going to do the seated version, which is similar. If you're doing it standing, you just want to bend your knees, okay? So again, from here, we'll do it 3 times each side, okay? And rolling the ball, extending the arms. Sword comes across, over the top of the head, onto the ear, and turn the head. So you're just holding the back of the ear if you can. If you need to, just support the back of the neck instead. And then turning, holding in a little. If you're seated, it's more the elbow towards the hip rather than the knee. But still closing the arms. And then you're opening up, looking to the elbow. Folding in, so fold the elbow in. Slide the backhand up the back and turn the waist. So no movement of the knees. You want to stabilize the knees by pressing the ankles out, particularly if you're standing. Look to the elbow, feel the opening across the ribs, closing in. So folding in, sliding the hand up the back. So seated, you're thinking of going towards the hip. Standing more towards the knee at this point. Opening, look to the elbow, then look straight ahead, release. And bring the arms out. And then bring the sword across, so the hand in front goes higher. And again, right hand on the back, left hand over the head onto the ear. Make sure you're supporting the back, the lower neck. And then turning, looking to the elbow, feeling that openness across the chest. Starting to fold in, so close that elbow in. And turning, slide the back arm up the back if you can. Elbow to knee if you're standing, towards the hip, looking towards the hip if you're seated. And opening up. Opening the chest, look to the elbow. Turning. Bending the knees if you're standing. Slide the hand up, closing in. Opening, remember, don't pull on the neck. Look to the elbow. Chest open. Folding in, last rotation. Holding in, bending the knees. Keep the knees straight ahead. Release. Arm opens. Both arms to side and lower. Good, fantastic. It's good. It challenges that movement. Just going to pause a moment and see if you've got any. Okay, so that's a question about the backhand. So what I'll do is I'll do it facing the other direction so you can see. So from the position you've been in, you've gone to the right, extend the arms, bring them around. Left hand's on the Mingmen, right hand over the ear, and then you're turning to look to the elbow. At this point, there's an openness. There's like a gap through the elbow here, and you've opened the chest, and there's a gap on the other side. So it's very open. So the idea is that you close. So while you fold in the upper hand as you rotate, so you're folding in the elbow, you're closing this space by sliding the hand up the back and rotating, okay? And then as you come back out, you slide the hand back to the Mingmen. So Mingmen point, and then the hand slides up. So I'll show you again. So you're closing in, folding, and sliding the hand up, and then releasing and opening. I'm going to do that once more. You might find that you can't slide the hand straight up. It's fine to slide it over to the opposite shoulder. And open. And release. And that'll be the same on both. That'll be the same on both sides. When this was originally presented, the hand went straight up the spine. But there's been some adaptations and clarifications about this routine. Excuse me, I'm going to cough. There's been some clarification and fine-tuning of this health Qigong routine, and it's fine to take your hand to the opposite shoulder as it goes up now. So it doesn't have to just go up the spine, it's fine to take it to the opposite shoulder. So those of you that did this with me in the past, many years ago when I first started teaching it, you might notice a few little differences along the way where things have been tweaked a little bit. So just so you understand that I haven't changed it myself. It's an official changes. Okay, so let me just pause. So next session, what we'll do is we'll revise this and fine tune it, and then move on to the next move as well. So we will spend a bit more time just clarifying this next session. Okay, so let's just do a nice cool down now. See if I can. What have we done? Shoulder width. And gather energy, breathing in. This is the closing routine for Jing. Breathing out. Relaxing all the way down through the body. Let the energy soften the muscles. Deep breath in. And breathing out as you lower. Let's do 3 more. Hands towards the dantian. Hold the energy there. Separate hands and then gather the energy. Folding hands onto dantian, seal the energy. Body calm and still. Dantian full of chi. Separate your hands. Spread the feet together. Good, brilliant everyone.